What is going on, Aries? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be your reading for the end of July, the 23rd through the 31st. And Aries, I know, we are pretty late with your reading. This was supposed to be a mid-month reading for Aries, but I'm just making it around to you guys. And I really want to say it wasn't all my fault. I tried to do Aries reading over and over and over again, maybe more than 5 times, and everything would always come up. Something would distract me, something would stop me from doing it. So I don't know. Hopefully the cards will let us know what's going on with you, Aries. But yeah, this is a general reading and it may not resonate with everyone. If it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel. If it does not resonate with you, you can always check out your rising or moon sign or one of the previous videos that I did for Aries. What's up, Aries? What's going on? Definitely want to say major shout out to you, Aries, for supporting the channel, like everybody else does on my channel. But I'm thankful for the channel, thankful for you guys viewing every month, and we're going to hop right in. If you guys don't follow me on IG, you should. That'll be in the description of the video. Chris Anthony, 14 pounds. And personal readings are open to the public. All right, so let's hop in and see what's going on. Aries, crowning your reading, we have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Sun card. Sorry if I'm sounding like I'm out of breath. I did just run up the stairs because I'm trying to get your reading done. Believe me, Aries, it's been crazy. Yeah, eclipse season, we're dealing with it. Mercury retrograde, we're dealing with it, right? Intense energies. But you have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Sun card, which does mean I feel like you guys are coming into a place where you're definitely able to kind of eat off of the fruits of your labor, or enjoying the fruits of your labor. Now, the overall theme for you guys is what I'm feeling is kind of like alignment. And I feel like you Aries are in a very great place of alignment, where you're just aligned with your path, aligned with your purpose, aligned and inside of divine timing with everything that it is that you're doing, the moves that you're making. And this is a certain sense of awareness, or kind of energetic vibe that you have when you're just in alignment with the universe, right? You're in harmony with the universe. You're moving, with the flow of the universe instead of moving against it. And so the Queen of Wands here is talking about somebody who has worked hard to get where they are, right? The Queen of Wands is one of those people that, they get it from out the mud, right? They're not afraid to get their hands dirty. They roll up their sleeves. They come from the bottom and they make it to the top. And I think that's what the last reading was for you guys, Aries, talking about, starting at the bottom but making it to the top. Started from the bottom, now we here. I was saying the whole Drake song. Y'all had me singing for y'all last reading. But yeah, this is kind of like that same energy, right? You're just looking over, and as you can see, this Queen of Wands, sorry about the glare, but she's looking over to the Sun energy, because this is the energy that's coming into your life, right? Like sunshine, abundance, higher perspective, great vibes, great connections with other people, great social circles, right? Great love coming in for you. In every area of life, you have the sun shining on you. It's kind of like it's highlighting your life. It's highlighting the abundance that's coming in for you, right? This is talking about fertility, creativity, lightheartedness, right? You just enjoying what life has to offer for you. And it's only because you have done the work, Aries, right? You have rolled up your sleeves. You've collaborated. You've networked with other people. You've been at the right place at the right time. And that's the thing that the Queen of Wands get. People don't think that the Queen of Wands energies is somebody who puts in the work, right? This is how people view people that take on this Queen of Wands energy. They view them as somebody who they don't really do that much work, or how do they get what they have? I never see them doing work. And that's only because they are very resourceful, but they do put in the work, right? This is what you guys have been doing, Aries. You're a resourceful person. You use your leverage that you have in life, but you also are not afraid to grind it out. And I know Aries, right? I know a couple of Aries, and that's what they do. Like, they're always focused on their next goal, their next passionate creation, whatever it could be. And there's a certain sense that I'm getting, like, you're enjoying your passionate creation, or you're enjoying what you've built for yourself coming to this next cycle in life. Right below that, we have the Five of Pinnacles clarified by the Ten of Wands. So in the last cycle, you definitely could have felt like you were left out a little bit, or you could have felt like you were in a place where you weren't totally enjoying the fruits of your labor. It's almost what I'm getting, because the Ten of Wands here is talking about a completion of a cycle, a wrap up of a karmic cycle. And in that karmic cycle, you could have been in a place where you just were, let's say, in a place where you were alone or away from other people, or incubating, developing, underground, tucked away, right? Almost, this gives me the hermit mode type of energy. And it's probably because you were focused on building something for yourself. So you could have had that feeling of being left out, but this feels like it was more by choice. Or if it wasn't by choice, it was through divine design, right? It's like it had to work out this way in order for you to get to this place of being in the sun, right? Enjoying yourself. But it could have been a little bit of a struggle for you, or burdensome in some areas, that because you weren't able to connect or network, or you weren't able to be out partying while other people were out partying, because you were working in that Queen of Wands energy, right? Or you were building for the future. But this is kind of coming to the end. I feel like in this new cycle you're coming into, it's like you can let your hair down a little bit, Aries, only because you've done the work on this bottom level already. You've built this foundation of the house, of the building, and the hard work is over, right? Now you're still going to be focused moving forward, but you're going to be able to enjoy yourself a little bit more, enjoy your life, enjoy the fruits of your labor. And I know I've said that maybe 10 times during this reading already, but that's what I'm picking up. All right. And then over here we have the King of Swords, or Swords, clarified by the Fool. King of Swords energy, is kind of like cold, calculative, logical, emotionally detached, right? So you could be going into this next cycle in that type of mode. And that kind of makes sense, because you're taking a leap, or you're choosing to, you know, walk into this new beginning, and you want to walk into this new beginning kind of like with your eyes open, looking at every situation for what it is, being in the reality of everything, right? And not having on the rose-colored glasses or romanticizing everything. You kind of want to see everything for what it is. So I do feel like going into this next phase of your life, you're not, even though, like I said, you can let your hair down, you can enjoy yourself a little bit, you can look around and really just take it all in and stop and smell the roses. I feel like you are doing that, but on another side or another sense of it, you're really focusing even more. This is kind of like somebody who wins a championship, right? And the next day after winning the championship, they're right back in the gym getting ready for the next year. This is kind of what's going on with you guys, Aries. So you're focused. Like, I like this. It's like you guys are not letting up. You're not letting the your foot off the pedal, right? You're gonna make sure that what is for you is for you. So even though this brand new cycle is beginning, where it seems like the sun is shining down on you and you're enjoying everything, and these gifts are coming in from the universe, this abundance is coming in, you're still like, okay, but I'm focused. I'm not allowing myself to be swayed by the rewards that are coming in, or the gifts that are coming in, or how everything looks good. I'm still going to be focused on my path, my plan, my purpose, my blueprint, my vision, right? And that's what's going on. Like, I'm getting, I just got that quote in my mind that came from an old, what was it, 70s movie, where it was about these pimps. And yeah, like one of the guys was like, I understand your ambition, but you got to have vision. And that's kind of what's going on with you guys. It's like you're just really tapped into your vision for the future. So it's almost like the sense that even though your present moment is looking great, and all these things are unfolding, and wish fulfillment is coming in, you're still kind of focused on your future. It's like it's not enough. No, I need more. Right? I see myself somewhere else, that I'm supposed to be even higher than this. Even though you're grateful, right? You're not doing it in an ungrateful way. You are taking it in. You are seeing what's happening. It's like, okay, yes, yes. But now what's next, right? You're still focused on what you can do better, how you can improve yourself, how you can build on this new foundation. Like, that's how you're walking into this brand new cycle with the Fool card here, taking that leap, taking that risk. But it's very calculated, it's very logical, right? It's very grounded and rational, you know. So yeah. um then we have the Ten of Cups here, clarified by the Four of Swords. Ten of Cups energy, talking about this new cycle you're coming into, right? Where you're, and I talked about this in your past reading, at the beginning of July, Aries, how you're walking into this place of enjoyment. You're walking into this place of abundance and fulfillment. You know, some of you guys are going to be starting families. This is the new cycle that's coming in for you. Some of you guys are walking into relationships that, you know, really match you, right? And where you want to build a foundation with this person. You want to have a house, a home. You want to have children. You want to build something with them. You're walking into this next cycle of life where, you know, you're kind of settling into what it is that you've dreamed of in the past, right? When you were in your bachelor or bachelorette mode, when you were in your building phase, when you were just trying to figure out exactly how you're going to put the pieces of the puzzle together, when you were looking at all the details and seeing how you were going to build it to get what you wanted. Now it's kind of like you're at this place, you're at this building that you only dreamed of in the past, and now you're walking in it, and now you can start to decorate it. You can start to bring the furniture in. You can start to get the person that you want to live with you in this house. You can put your team together. This is the phase that you're in now. And it's something about this phase that does give you some solace, some peace, right? It's kind of like now you can take a deep breath because you recognize that you've crossed over a certain what is it? You know, a certain threshold in your life. You recognize it. You're coming into this brand new cycle and you're looking around and you're like, you know what? Like I made it. I made it to this place that I was thinking about in the past, and you didn't know when you were going to get there, but now, Aries, you're here, right? And this is making you just take a deep breath, and like I said, you're taking it all in and you're like, wow, I can't believe I'm here. Like, I can't believe I worked hard and my hard work paid off and I'm here. So yeah, enjoy this, Aries. Like, even though you're about to definitely still, like I said, have the pedal to the metal and have laser beam focused on this next cycle and what you could build going into the next cycle after this, you're still just enjoying the moment. And you can breathe easy. Like, you've made it to a certain place where most people don't fall from this place, right? It's like when you pay your dues, you get these stripes within the universal flow of things, within the scheme of life, right? You rise to a certain plateau that you just can't never come down from. That's why most of the people that you see that make it to a certain level of success, or some famous people that you see that make it to a certain level of success, they just never come down from there. Like, I had a post that I put on my Instagram, and it was talking about how it takes 7.2 million pounds of pressure for a space shuttle to get out into space, right? To escape the gravitational pull of Earth. But once it gets up to that speed and momentum of 7.2 million pounds of pressure on it, it's so much momentum that it just pushes it into orbit. And once it gets into orbit, it just floats. It doesn't need any more pressure. It doesn't need any more momentum because it has escaped gravity. That's how fast it moved. And this is kind of where I see you guys are at, Aries. You're walking into a new cycle where you're just orbiting. You don't even need to do the work. The work is there still. You're doing the work, but you don't feel the work like you used to do when you were in this cycle of the Ten of Wands, where it's burdensome. You're working, you're building up, you're building up muscle memory, you're working on yourself, you're putting in the hours, you're learning everything, you're stretching yourself, you do that over and over and over and over again, right? and then you get to a point of mastery. Like, and once you get to the point of mastery, you don't even feel the work anymore. It's just like, oh, what do I got to do? Wake up at 5 a.m., go for a run, get a cup of coffee, read the newspaper. After that, check in on IG, then check in on Twitter, and then check in on this. And then what do I got to do after that? Check in with my boss, and then my boss needs me to have a meeting over here. Then after I have this meeting, I have to call these people and do a conference call, and then I have to hook up with this job over here. And then, yeah, it's just like clockwork. Like, what else? Is that all? Like, you could do 35 things in your day, and it feels like it's still not enough. This is where you guys are at, Aries. So yeah, enjoy this moment. Like, it's great to see yourself just orbiting. So yeah, that was a lot, Aries. Then we have the Justice card clarified by the Four of Wands. Now, the Justice card does talk about, balance coming into your life. And it also talks about karmic retribution. Now, I have been saying this for a while because Saturn is retrograde, and during Saturn retrograde, we usually get karmic retributions or rewards that come in from the karmic lessons that we've learned over the years under Saturn, right? Which all of us have been learning hard lessons, long lessons, tough lessons. Saturn is the tough ruler. So with you, you do have this karmic reward that's coming in. And like I said, it has everything to do with your stability in life. It has everything to do with your foundation, with your future, with your vision that you've manifested into your world. And it's kind of like it's being gifted to you. And you're able to walk through this portal with the Four of Wands, 1111, right? Talking about a portal that threshold that I've been explaining, right? That you're walking through into this new place, this new land, right, that you have never been before, but it's for you. Like, you manifested it, you thought about it, you dreamed it up, right? You put in the work, and so now you're here and you're enjoying this time. I see you guys really enjoying this time that you've built up to, Aries. Like, yeah, I'm glad we waited on your reading. I think it was perfect for right now at this moment, the end of July, going into August, right? Wrapping up this Mercury retrograde where you had to maybe think about a lot of things from the past and, remember all those times that you were putting in this work and up late and you couldn't really enjoy yourself because you were working, and other people were like, why are you not coming out the house, Aries? Like, why are you not coming out to get a drink? Like, why won't you come to the club? Why won't you? And you're like, well, I'm focused. I'm not really here. I'm in the future. And this is the place that you were thinking of when those people were telling you, like, come out and get a drink. You were thinking about this Four of Wands location, this portal that you would soon cross over into where you can really enjoy yourself because the abundance will be there, right? The energetic frequency will be there for you to really enjoy yourself. That other fun that people wanted you to come out and have wasn't even really enjoyable to you. It's like, nah, that's too small. That's not fun to me. What's fun to me is being able to go travel across the world. Like, that's fun. That's it's not fun for me to go out and have a drink at happy hour. Like, it's okay, but I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Yeah, I'm trying to fly to Egypt, right? I'm trying to hook up with some millionaires. Like, I'm trying to, yeah, like, this is what I'm talking about, Aries. This is what you were thinking about, and this is where you have arrived to. I will like to say, some of you Aries have arrived. Like I said in your other reading, you started from the bottom, and now you're here. So, future energy. We have the Four of Pinnacles. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Six of Swords. And then we have the Eight of Swords. All right, so Four of Pentacles energy clarified by the Strength card. So you guys still are, you could be coming into the end of July, walking into August, maybe a little bit closed off a little bit, maybe protective of your energy. But I do really feel like this is a card of more so mastery, and I don't define this card like that a lot of times. It only happens when I'm really, feeling the connection to your other cards. It's clarified by the Strength card, so it's not only, talking about you just being closed off and stingy with your energy, or protecting and guarding your heart, like the general meanings of it usually say. This has to do with more of a level of focus that you're at, because this person has a pinnacle focused on his head, and then he has two pinnacles on his feet, and then the one on his chest is totally perfectly aligned with the pinnacle on top of his head. Right? To me, this is talking about the alignment that you've come into, the level of focus and mastery that you've come into to attract a certain amount of abundance. And this has to do, because it is four, it's talking about a foundation that is here for you, and all you have to do now is just continue to build on this foundation. Like, your inner strength and fortitude is here. Your inner philosophy, your your inner programming that you programmed yourself is already here. Like I keep saying, you've laid the foundation already. And so, I hate to say it, but for lack of better words, it's just going to be so easy now, Aries. Like, I don't know, you've done the groundwork, and the Four of Pentacles is talking about the groundwork that you've built. And so now you're at this place of ability, right? You're at this place of skillfulness that you're just really like, you're not going to have to do a lot in this next phase of your life. Like, you've tapped into your hidden strengths. Like, you know what they are. You also know what direction you're headed in. You know what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. You know who you are. This is what the Four of Pentacles is talking about to me. So it's just, you found your place, right, in your life, in the universe, and you're not really going to go outside of that place because you've mastered a certain area. And for me, the Four of Pentacles talks about just knowing yourself, knowing your boundaries, right? Knowing who you want to let in and who you don't want to let in. Knowing that I want to go there, but I don't want to go there. I like tea, but I don't like coffee. Like, I work out, but I don't like lifting weights. I like calisthenics, or I like running instead of, playing basketball. Or I like, it's kind of like, this is what I'm feeling for you guys, Aries. You know the specifics of your makeup. And because you're here, it's like you're going to live a certain type of life that's very, I don't want to say strict. It's just disciplined. Yeah, because you know your boundaries. This is almost like the minimalist life that I feel like some of you guys are wanting to live. Like, you just know what it takes to do what it is that you want to do, and everything else that's outside of that realm, you just really don't have any like, what's the word? Gosh, I'm lost, Aries, because I'm picturing it all, but I'm trying to put it into words. But you have little regard for something that's outside of the realm of what your expertise is, or what you're focused on, or what you like. It's like, you like steak and lobster. You don't want to go be vegan. Or on the flip side of it, you like being a vegan. You don't want to go and eat any meat. Like, stop inviting me to Texas Longhouse. What is that restaurant called? I don't eat meat. Like, no, I don't want to come and go to the club. I don't like going to the club. Like, I would rather go to an art gallery. This is just examples that I'm giving you guys, Aries, but I do feel like you're walking into this next cycle and you just know what's for you and what's not. And that's not a bad thing. Let's keep it moving. Two of Wands energy clarified by the Six of Pentacles. Sorry about that glare. But yeah, Two of Wands talks about this new cycle you're beginning, right? That you're going into, you're headed in. I've been talking about it the whole reading. But it's going to be a cycle that definitely wants to give back to you what you're worth. Because some of you Aries could have been in places, before where you weren't really being paid, or you really were not being given what you actually were worth. And this is the reason why you were so focused and moving and not as relaxed in the last cycle, and not wanting to just go out and have fun because you knew you were supposed to be at a bigger, a more expansive place. And you've walked into this expansiveness where the universe is giving you what you're actually worth, what you're giving out, right? Your value. You're being paid your value. If this has to do with a job, with a new relationship, with anything that you're walking into and beginning, I believe for the second half of the year is going to be you receiving your value and your worth, and people understanding your worth and your value and not taking it for granted. Because Six of Pentacles does talk about equal give and take. And you're really wanting to walk into that place of equal give and take. All right. Let's keep this thing moving, Aries. Then we have the Six of Swords clarified by the Nine of Cups. So you are keeping it moving, right? And you have moved. This could possibly be physical, movement from one city to another state, one state to another state, one country to another country. But if it's not physically, it's mentally, you guys are moving towards your wish fulfillment. The Nine of Cups talks about your dreams coming true. You move into a place, like I said, that you only dreamed about in the past, right? You only envisioned and visualized for yourself in the past. Now you're actually physically moving into this place, and you're arriving at this place that was only in your dreams before. So this is what I call manifestation. This is the true manifestation. When you do the work, you put in the time, you envisioned it, and then you matched it with action. And that is the law of attraction. This is where things come into reality. And you have really manifested and attracted this abundance into your life, this dream world that has become reality. And you're kind of going to be a testament to, I think, people that are looking at you and seeing what you're doing, Aries. They're like, wow, like this person has actually brought this into their world. They actually did the work and did it. They were not just talking or just dreaming or just looking. Like they actually did the groundwork. Yeah. And then to end your reading, we have the Eight of Swords clarified by the Page of Wands. Now, I think the Eight of Swords popped up in your last reading too. If I'm not mistaken, it was either the Eight of Swords or the Seven of Pentacles. Well, both of them do talk about kind of being stuck a little bit or feeling stuck. Now, because this is Eight of Swords energy, is mental energy in your mind, right? Where you, I don't know how you could, but you may feel that you're just kind of stuck in your head a little bit, maybe overthinking some things. And that could possibly be because of the effects of the retrograde. I'm not even going to lie, Aries, because this retrograde and this eclipse season has been crazy, right? But the thing that is getting you out of that energy of feeling stuck or anxious or, just bogged down. And, I've been feeling it too, Aries. Like, definitely. It's been crazy. But action is what's definitely going to be taking you out of that feeling, because we have the Page of Wands here talking about action, new ideas for new projects, and a catalyst that's coming here to ignite you to go into this new direction. And so the more you start to act into this new environment, the more you're putting action into it, and you're continuing to lay the groundwork, you're coming more and more out of your mind. Now, you could have been stuck in your mind because so much is changing. Like I said, you ended a major cycle and now you're in a brand new cycle that you only dreamed about. So it is like not a surprise that you could be feeling stuck in your mind or overthinking it. Like, wow, is this too good to be true? Like, is this really what I dreamed about? Am I ready for it? Like, can I actually handle this new level? Is it for me? Like, am I going to mess this up? That's what the Eight of the Swords, right, are talking about. But with you having the Page of Wands here, is talking about how you are equipped, how you are ready. How the energies you have match this new beginning. You see his garments and what he's wearing, like he's equipped. already. You see the wand in his hand? Like, even though you're coming into this as a beginner, and you're only a beginner in this new cycle, this new phase, but you're not a beginner in life, Aries, right? You've learned a lot in the older cycles. This is why you come into this new cycle adorned, right, with all this knowledge that's on you, right? These pyramids, I think in this eye speak about knowledge, speak about a certain knowing that you're walking into this new cycle with. So intuitively, you already know what's going on, right? It's subconsciously within your makeup, your framework, in your DNA. So just because your conscious mind is overthinking it and not knowing what's happening because everything looks brand new, and you could be out of your element a little bit. You have to find your bearings a little bit, but you have what it takes. Like, it's there for you. It's you. Like, you are the answer to your anxiety about this new cycle that you've faced. Um, but yeah, overall, you guys are aligned, Aries. Congratulations. And I don't say that a lot. Not every month to every sign. Like, it's only maybe one or two signs that I'll give a congratulations to when I feel this type of reading. And for you, you got it this month, Aries. Definitely. So I'm going to wrap it up right there. Hopefully that resonated with you guys. If it did, then like, share, subscribe, comment. I do appreciate that. And I will catch back up with you guys in August. Later.